Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. How's it going? The chat is up and running. And let me get a poll question in there. Start a poll. All right. Do you plan to vote in the next election? Start poll. Let's see if we get any hits on this. How's it going? It's Tuesday. I had my breakfast with the family this morning. It was fun. It was exciting. I love getting together with family. I just do. It warms my heart. Afternoon Chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show with no script and no agenda. The actual guest stars of this show determine what we talk about. Your topic has priority. If you want to be able to chat, you're going to need that Discord app from YouTube. It's free, just like this show is free. You'll find no midstream ads, no sponsors of any kind. I'm not running for political office, and I'm not coming out with a line of merch. I'm going to leave your wallet alone. I swear, there's nothing behind a paywall. I'm not selling you anything, and I'm not buying anything from you. Okay? I'm here so I can meet people, find out what's on their mind. What are your priorities? I'm giving you an opportunity to speak about any topic you like, provided we abide by the community guidelines that are established by YouTube. They're the only platform we're on, so we don't want to piss them off, ever. Okay? What's on my mind today? My father. Plain and simple. He's got a surgery tomorrow. He's on my mind, gonna be on my mind. What's on your mind today? I'm not worried. I honestly think his surgery is going to go just fine. He is 87, however. I believe anytime that a human being goes under anesthesia, they're at risk. Personal opinion, I don't have any facts to back it up. I'm just, it's on my mind. I'm very family oriented, and he's my family. What's on your mind? We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Politically, United States is, we're in the commode. The water's swirling. It's just a matter of time before we disappear. The United States needs to withdraw from the Middle East. And I don't just mean stop the war in Iran. I mean get all of our troops out of there. I'm sick of this. I'm 69 years old. My earliest memories with the Shah of Iran, I'm sick of us messing around with other people. Leave them damn people alone. I don't think we need any bases there. I don't think we need any troops there. And speaking of troops, do you know that we have almost 8,000 troops on their way there? And let me tell you, some of the Marines, I know. Let me qualify that. I know them from 15 years ago. Well, granted, their faces may have changed. Some of those guys may have gotten out, but some of them are probably still the guys that I know that from Vegas. The Marine Corps Ball used to be held there. And I met a lot of these Marines, and they were nice guys. They were good people. I met them. I met their wives. They were all decked out in their uniforms, their ribbons. I don't want any of them to be hurt. That's a personal note, okay? This is stupid to be sending our troops to Iran. I'm sorry, it is. It's just stupid. It's foolish. There's no reason for it. Put the Epstein files out and stop dinking around. This is all a cover-up. And it all what boils down to the Epstein files. Put the files out. Let the chips fall where they may. This is ridiculous to be sending troops anywhere. Makes no sense at all. The United States military is being controlled by a madman. There's no nice way to put it. A pedophile, warmonger, con man, I don't. That's the nicest way to put it. My opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and voice yours, but I'm sorry. I don't think Americans need to be at war. Nobody's attacked us. Withdraw our troops from the Middle East. We don't need to be there. Israel can stand on its own. We give them money. We give them weapons. They're doing fine. That's my personal opinion. The United States should have never attacked anyone. I am anti-war. I believe that, well, number one, and I hate to break this to you, but I believe that war is normal human behavior. That's based on my own research, my own opinion. People keep doing it. And on that premise, I say it's normal behavior. It doesn't fall into the category of abnormal human behavior. War does bring out a lot of abnormal human behavior. But the war itself, that's normal. As a historian friend of mine mentioned to me a couple of years back, she said that back in the caveman days, one caveman picked up a club and whacked the other in the head and took his stuff. It's normal human behavior when humans keep doing it. Just by repetition alone, that normalizes it. It's sad, but human beings need to stop making war. This stops the progress of the human race. Every time we end a bloodline, it's like the human race is shooting itself in the foot and saying, slow down, you don't need to get anywhere. Well, we do need to get places. We do need to advance. We do need to move forward. My opinion. Hopefully, I don't know, a miracle will happen and they'll stop this invasion of Iran. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I'm still hoping that they change their mind. It makes no sense. The country's already been decimated. I saw a stat that said that the U.S. and Israel had hit over 8,000 targets. Enough's enough. Withdraw. Take our troops out of the target range, out of range. Just back them off. If they don't have any targets to shoot at, they're not going to shoot. But for my entire life, the United States has been poking around the Middle East, sticking its nose in where it doesn't belong. And every time we get burnt. If you don't believe we get burnt, take a look at our national debt. We can't afford to go to war. If we can't afford to give our people, our citizens, health care, how can we afford to go to war? What are they going to do? Reinstitute the draft? We don't need the draft. Innocent people die during war. That makes it bad. I'm not saying that sometimes war isn't necessary. But this time, this does not seem necessary. No country on the face of the earth is going to attack the United States of America. If they did, it would be suicide for them. Our military is too big. It's too powerful. It's too well funded. Yeah, 9/11 occurred. Those were terrorists. It was not another country. Another country would not attack the United States. It would be stupid. No country is going to attack China. No country is going to attack Russia. It's not going to happen. These people that think it is going to happen, are wrong. They need to learn to control their fears, control their own imagination. The United States is not at risk. Not in that way. That's my opinion. All war is detrimental to the human race. Instead of killing each other, we should be educating our children. That would be the intelligent thing to do. Why? Because the human race are the only ones that can solve the problems on planet Earth. The bunny rabbits and the fish ain't gonna solve shit on this planet. It ain't gonna happen. The only ones that can fix our problems, all of us, the human race, human beings. We work together, we solve problems. It's what we do. I don't care what task you're trying to achieve, what your goal is. If you're struggling, what's your solution? Get more people to help you. The team with the most people succeeds faster. End of story. Doesn't matter what you're trying to do. If you're struggling, you're not being successful, get more people to help you. One man wants to build a house. Could take a couple years. By himself, he's going to struggle. Dengino, welcome back. If that one person that's building the house wishes to succeed faster, he needs to get about 200 people on his team, and he can build that house in 2 weeks. Doesn't take 2 years. Simple solution. A lot of people in America do not vote anymore. Almost 50% of the country refuses to participate in the election process. I plan to vote. I always plan to vote. I don't always succeed, but I do plan. How was class? Did you learn anything good? Anything useful? My experience with going to school is some of those classes were useful. Some of them were a waste of my time. And it pissed me off when they wasted my time. Especially when I had to pay. Yeah, these filler classes, I don't even know why they're available. I really don't. I understand you need credits. You're building towards a degree. But I think that you should get those credits from useful classes. I had probably the most useful class I ever took was on conflict resolution. That was very informative. And it brought an inner peace to me, because now I know how to solve problems when people are in conflict. It's a basic formula. Both people need to be heard. Both sides of the conflict need to be 100% convinced that you heard every word that they said. When they're convinced, then you can start offering a compromise. Once you get them to agree on a compromise, you reward both sides. I felt like I learned something from that class. My first public speaking class, oh my God, I can't believe I passed. I got done with my first presentation, and the teacher pulled me aside and he says, I counted 7 ums, 2 dams, and an oh fuck. Live and learn, right? Public speaking is very, very hard on people. Some people are super shy, very introverted. I've never been that way. The problem I have with public speaking now is I think I'm smooth enough to get away with anything. I'm probably not, but I still feel that I am. I started sales presentations and all that stuff, and I struggled until I took a public speaking class. And I realized how much my thought process was actually in slow motion. And when you're publicly speaking, you need to get some timing down. Nice. Very nice. I'm proud of you for that. An A- in public speaking is hard to get. It is. I learned 2 things about teaching. Number 1, not everyone can learn from the exact same lesson. Sometimes you have to adjust your lesson and come at some people from a different angle for them to comprehend with the same level of understanding. The hardest part I found about public speaking was I don't like to stick to the speech that I wrote. I feel more comfortable operating off of bullet points or just a general outline. That allows me the flexibility to put things into terms. I felt with a written speech and having to enunciate every individual word difficult. And a lot of it depends on timing. Do you ever listen to any of President Obama's speeches? Oh, that man's got a delivery and a half. I ain't lying. Definitely smooth. Nice. Stand-up comedy is hard to do. It ain't all fun and games, believe me, especially when you get heckled. Exactly. The hardest speech I ever used to give was those that required translation. I need to feel confident in the translator to understand that they are framing what I'm saying perfectly. I can give you an example. I was doing a pre-shift meeting with about 40 dealers, and half of them were Chinese. So I had a Chinese interpreter. I show them a new shuffle with the cards. And I tell them, this is the new shuffle. Work on it today. Practice with it today. By tomorrow, you need to have this down. The translator didn't express all that. I pulled her aside after and I said, what did you tell them? She says, I told them, do it your way or they're fired. No, I was not trying to threaten them. I was trying to retrain them patiently. She missed the whole gist of what I was saying and how I was doing it. You need to know what that translator's saying. Without that translator projecting the same thought pattern that you're projecting, it don't work. You end up with 6 people going to HR. That new guy is going to fire me. But yeah, Obama was just spectacular. And he looked comfortable at all times. I never saw him break a sweat. I was very impressed with his public speaking. Trump has got a charisma. Charismatic speakers draw nice crowds. They really do. I don't think he's smart, but he's charismatic. People like to listen to him tell stories. His voice seems to put them at ease, make them feel like they're sitting at home on their couch or at their kitchen table. It's to our country's detriment, I think. I wish he wasn't such a charismatic speaker. And I think he's got a very small vocabulary. There's a lot of things I don't think he even understands. In order to get a large vocabulary, you need to read. I don't think he reads. But I prefer to speak off of just an outline format, bullet points. Let me talk about them. I can mentally cross them off as I hit them. But I need to develop my flow. You know what I mean? Show and tell with visual aids, that's a help. It really is. Visual aids help. I used to remember the old overhead projector? just to be able to put in your bullet points and put something on the display for them to look at while you're talking to them. It helps connect. But you're very well spoken. I can see that in your text. And by the way, your grammar's perfect, spot on. Okay. You'd be surprised the number of people that cannot write. They cannot spell. Hell, they don't even come close. And it's not like I'm sitting here grading anybody, but I am trying to understand what people are telling me. That's one of the things I noticed about the ransom note from Nancy Guthrie. The first ransom note that was sent to TMZ. Punctuation, sentence structure. I can guarantee you the guy that wrote that note, I can guarantee you he had at least a 4-year degree. You don't learn to do that easily. You have to take classes. AI can help, but you can tell if something's written by AI. And what percentage of your class killed the plant? I would have been in that group. I'm just saying, even with good instructions, I'm not nurturing to plant life. I have an issue with it. Kevin, back 2 days in a row. I love you, brother. Well, if we still have a planet, I don't know. I went outside today and I had to put on my winter coat. Tomorrow's supposed to be 66 degrees. Why is it 30 degrees today and 60 degrees tomorrow? I don't get it. I'm ready for spring, and I am thinking about getting a plant this year and trying to teach myself to care for the plant and not kill it. Oh no. Well, did the dam break? I did not check the news this morning. Did that dam break or did it hold? They've had flood problems in Hawaii, and they got a dam that's about to burst. They were starting to evacuate people the last I heard. God, I hope you guys don't get any rain. It needs to back off. Just let that water come down a little bit. Hawaii's some of the most expensive property in the world. And to have people flooded out of their homes, horrible. Oprah. Monsteras. I was thinking about doing a pot plant. I wanted just to go down and get some sativa seeds. And I was going to try to germinate 2 plants. And I was figuring that with 2, I might. Oh, man. They're trying to wipe it out so they can buy the property cheap. That sucks. Well, I have killed a spider plant in my past. At least my wife blamed its death on me. I dumped some beer in it. Instead of watering it, I gave it beer. The thing turned all brown and died, and she said, it's my fault. She said, walk over to the sink, get a cup of water. But I wanted to try doing a pot plant, and I was figuring I could grow them. I'm in an apartment, right? So I was figuring I could grow them in a 5-gallon bucket, take them outside every day so they can get sunlight. I don't like cactuses. They're pokey. I don't like pricker bushes either. You know what I mean? Sharon, nice to see you in here again. Say hi to Kevin and Dangino. Sharon's a nice friend of the show. Oh, I'll tell you what, Kevin. I don't carry nothing around to filter a beer. Okay. It'd be nice if I did, but I don't, you know. I never told her, but I used to dump Dr. Pepper in there or whatever. She would leave me little stickum notes. Water the plants. Whatever I had, whatever beverage was in my hand, I give them a shot. But I don't like cactus. I had one when I was living in Vegas. I had a big one outside beside the pool. And every time I bumped that damn thing, I got my leg poked. Oh, that's what you. No, now she would have divorced me many years earlier if I'd have been pissing in her plants. Believe me. She divorced me after 19 years as it was, but what's an air plant? I've never heard of an air plant. Oh, I need those. Well, you see, I smoke in the house. I have an air cleaner that runs 24/7. And I do need cleaner air, there's no doubt. But I really wanted to grow a marijuana plant so that I could smoke it. I have this, it's a little red wagon. You know, I can take it like to the beach or picnics or whatever, collapsible. I was figuring that it would hold 2 5-gallon buckets. I could get 2 plants, put one in each bucket, and then I could just take the wagon, wheel it outside, put it in the sun, and then in the evening, wheel it right back into my apartment. Moss. I don't want moss. That's like a fungus or something, isn't it? Well, would marijuana plants, would that help clean the air in my apartment too, or no? Oh, well, but I'm running out of marijuana. I'm going to need some by this fall. Well, if it's a sativa, okay. Kevin, you got such a sense of humor, man. I just was thinking, I'd get a couple of seeds and germinate them. I figure I can germinate them right here in the windowsill. I figured I'd start them out in small pots and then transfer them to a 5-gallon bucket. That's what I use sativa for, is writing. When I write my books, I love to smoke sativa and write. It stimulates the brain and it just gets the neurons firing, and boom, the words just flow out. Indica is better for the body pain. I got a bad leg. The indica, it helps with that. It doesn't alleviate the pain. It makes me not care about the pain. But it is not a stimulant mentally. It is a depressant of sorts. I've been smoking indica for, I don't know, 10 years. I go to the pot shop and I buy sativa when I want to write a book or do something different. Yeah, carpal tunnel, serious shit. I have it in both wrists. Both wrists, from dealing blackjack and roulette. If I go to the doctor, they put the cortisone shots in there. They don't fix anything. That cortisone, and when they put it in, it's like a hot match getting stuck inside in between the bones. I don't like that. But all it does is mask the pain. It doesn't solve the problem. So I stopped going. Anything you do repetitively for years, I dealt blackjack for 33 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the surgery for it, last I knew, and this is 20 years ago, the last I knew, the surgery had a 10% success rate. For 10% success rate, I ain't doing the surgery. Yeah. I know a lot of people wear braces. I know guys that had to give up bowling because of carpal tunnel. The guy I'm talking about had a 210 average. He wanted to bowl. My big pain is bringing in groceries, bringing them from the car into the apartment. I can't carry as many bags at once as I could prior to getting carpal tunnel. Yeah, that's tough. Art is cool too. I really enjoy good art. But if it's going to mess you up so that you can't function, Kevin, I wish I could bottle Kevin's sense of humor and sell it to people. I ain't lying. Kevin, you should try stand-up comedy. Practice on your wife and kids, and then go find an open mic. Oh, he's hilarious. He has been since day one. I ain't kidding you. The guy's funny. That's the kind of guy that you want to go drinking with. But you're always going to be snorting your beer through your nose because he's cracking you up doing something. Did you start on the bathroom yesterday? Kevin's doing a remodel. I don't like doing laundry. I have to do one load every 10 days. I'm single, no kids around. Starting a business is tough. First thing you got to do is get your LLC paperwork. So if your business gets sued, they don't take your personal money. Back in the day in Vegas, the best business opportunity I saw was water recycled car wash. Oh, that's nice then, Gino. That's nice. I'm all about family. So is Kevin. So is Sharon. It's all about family, man. That's where your joy comes from. It's the people that love and the people you love, the people that love you. That's where we get joy out of life. Yeah. Kevin is real handy too. Good with tools. I am not. I swear to God. Well, look what happened today. I don't know. Can you see that spot right there? Wait a minute. Turn the camera. Turn the hand. Turn something. I got a spot. I tried to open this with a pair of pliers, and the pliers come off, and I whacked myself, and I got a blood blister looking bruise on the back of my hand. I am not talented like that. Some of those airsoft guns are nice. Others I've seen are junk. I saw some kids with some that were $50 a piece, and they broke the first day they were playing with them. I run into them in the park over here. They had all these little orange soft pellets. They were blasting each other. It was hilarious. Then, Gino, I'm telling you, grandparents are the best. Once they're gone, they don't come back. My grandfather passed in 3 months' time. Diagnosis to death, 90 days. Very sad. Tore the family to shreds. We haven't had a family reunion since he passed. Seriously. The whole family disintegrated with his loss. That was on my mother's side. My father's side, my grandfather was an idiot. Excuse my language, but he was not an intelligent man. He was abusive to my father when my father was a child. I don't get with child abuse either. Yep. You find out who's the glue. You know what I mean? And you don't find out till they pass. That part of it gets real sad, you know? Kevin. God. Yeah. You don't find out who it is until they're gone, though. I didn't know that he was the linchpin for everybody. After my mother passed, I had a real hard time with grief. I didn't understand it before then. I read a number of books on grief, and I came up with my own little system. I basically look at memories as a giant bookcase in my mind. Separate the bad from the good. Pull down any volume you want. Look through it any time you want. Replay the film. But it's hard to deal with things. When my mother passed, I found out I was a mama's boy. I didn't know I was a mama's boy. But she passed and my neck muscles froze up and I couldn't turn my head from side to side for 6 months. And the doctor was real helpful. He drugged me into next week, you know. I walked around stupid for 6 months. There are a lot of things that human beings internalize that need to come out in counseling. Why did he get mad and throw 30 frozen burgers? That's a lot of meat. Nowadays, 30 burgers might be $100. I'm just saying. I bought 1 pound of ground beef for $9.31. Kevin, you're crazy. Hey, they got this new moonshine. My family's been drinking. It's called apple pie. Have you guys had this? What did you think of it? I know it's sweet, but what did you think of the buzz? It had a little kick. I gotta say, it had a little kick to it. And you don't have to wash them burgers once you cook them. The flame, the heat burns off all the germs and bacteria. Salt water. Just make mine well done. If you're rinsing it in salt water, cook the shit out of it, please. You know, fish piss in the ocean, right? Well, my whole family is talking about apple pie, apple pie. And the waitress at the restaurant says, I don't think we got any apple pie. She thought they were talking about a real pie, but they were talking about moonshine. Clover grass? Never heard of it. You mean like a four-leaf clover, the clumps of clover sitting out here in the lawn as a garnish? A garnish is supposed to be edible, right? You can eat that? I mean, I know you can eat dandelion greens. Okay. Well, anymore, you go out and you order a salad somewhere, you don't know what the hell they're putting in there. Spinach, arugula, it's like totally literal rabbit food. Yeah, I should probably try growing spices. Kevin, God. Tourists that give you money for anything. Tourists are simple. They just want to have fun. I used to go get sarsaparilla when I was in Vegas. I'd go on day trips, and there was a ghost town that had a tourist show in it in the afternoon, and you used to be able to go into the saloon, an Old West saloon, and order a sarsaparilla. Hey, Dengino, thank you for stopping by today. Love you, brother. Good luck in the class. Thanks. I appreciate you. And get another A. You deserve it. Believe it or not, this show, a lot of the people that jump in this show are college students. A lot of them are in class or in between classes. Some of them only have 15 minutes. Greed, I'm starting to think greed is a form of mental illness. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Did I tell you my granddaughter? She's a senior in high school, but she's been taking college classes for 2 years. When she graduates high school, she'll be 3 credits shy of an associate's degree. Her plan is 4 years at UNR, University of Nevada, Reno. And she should be able to get a master's in 4 years. That's something. But an associate's degree is excellent, man. That's a start. You know, that'll give you a leg up when you're job hunting. Oh, I'm very proud, very proud. She just got a scholarship. Even with the scholarship, college is super expensive, though. God. And Dengino, I'll tell you, true story. I got a 9th grade juvie school education. Ninth grade juvie school. I took a GED test, and I am a published author, and I do have a TV show. So I'm not doing too bad for an undereducated fool. Getting the job isn't the hard part. Working the job for 30 years is. Yeah. That's the hard part. Have a good class, Dengino. I love you, brother. I tried that. Work. The thing that got me about the military is too many people outranked me. Too many people telling me what to do. I did not like that. I like to be in charge. Have a great day, Dengino. Be safe. Be happy. You deserve it. Yeah, I meet so many nice people in here. It just warms my heart. Been doing this since August 25th. No one, not one person, has ever said a bad word to me. Seriously. When I was researching starting this, they told me, oh, in an open chat room, you're going to have all these trolls, all these hecklers, No, not a one. Everybody that gets in this chat room is nice. They're helpful to one another, knowledgeable, smart. Yeah, I couldn't stand it. I was in basic training, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I went to a bowling alley on base, and I drank a couple pitchers of beer. I shouldn't have been there. I was out of line. I come walking back to my company area, and the arms room guards were coming up, and I was about to get busted. Instead of getting busted, I seen some guys in uniform that were in line. I got in line. I was drunk. That was a GED test. I passed the damn thing when I was drunk. You believe that? 2 pitchers of beer, a 3-hour test. I was sober by the time I left, well, sober enough. But all I did was get in line. I had no idea what the hell the line was for. Yeah, Tank Hill. I found more ways to get into trouble when I was in basic training than Carter has liver pills. I ain't lying. I get into a cab on base. I say, I'd like to go to a bar. He takes me off base. I didn't have a pass. Unreal. I wasn't trying to go off base. I was trying to get a beer. That's why I started drinking at the bowling alley. You might realize that I did a lot of drinking when I was young. I did not like too many people telling me what to do. It was not, I was too wild when I was young, I didn't have patience. I didn't have understanding. I don't think I started to even think things through till I was 30. Yeah. Pretty bad. Yeah. The shooting was the only thing I liked about the damn military. And that's because I was good at it. I qualified expert. I liked handling the gun. I liked that whole part. But I didn't like 20-mile marches. Give me a break. Uh, I remember Fort Jackson as being a nightmare, a dream, and I just couldn't wake up out of. I'd wake up every morning and I'm still there. Oh my God. They did something to me though. Shot me full of shit. You know what I mean? They had these air gun vaccinations. Do you still get those? Well, you're stationed in the right place now. You got it made now. Just stay there. Yeah, I didn't like people telling me what to do. And when you're low man on the totem pole, everybody's got to tell you what to do. I got a hole in the side of my thigh to this day. 50 years later, I still got a hole in the side of my thigh from this stupid air gun that he shot me with. We did grass drills for an hour, and then we go in and single file and boom, 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 you turn a corner and zap, some guy gets you. But yeah, I couldn't understand these 20-mile force marches. I'm like, get a truck. I see millions of them all over the goddamn base. We ain't got to walk 20 miles. They want you to get in shape. Well, we were already in shape. We were 19. Yeah, it was not my cup of tea. I got mad respect for those of you who can put up with it, but I had the same problem in the casino business. Too many bosses. I found a way around it in the casino business. I got really good at what I was doing. The casino boss, when he realized that you were the best that he had, he'd allow you certain leeways, and I took all the leeways. Yeah. I got a picture of you. You're a machine, aren't you? Yeah. I got a picture of Kevin in my mind. He's a friggin' machine. Okay. Sharon, thank you. Love you, hon. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day. Tell Bill I said howdy. Nice people, Sharon and Bill. Yeah, I would have probably done better if I'd have stuck it out. I remember I was working in Vegas. I get on a 20-minute break. 460. Oh my God. Yeah, you're a monster. You are a machine. Working in Vegas, middle of the day. I was on day shift at the time, and it's nice outside. I go on a 20-minute break. I grabbed a stool from in front of a slot machine. I pull it out the door. I set it in the alley, and I'm sitting out there smoking. Dude in a suit comes walking up to me, and he starts jacking his jaw. We're just talking, you know. I didn't have a stool for him, so I offered him mine. I went inside. I grabbed another one. I came out, sat down, had my cigarettes. I could get 2 cigarettes in a 20-minute break. So I'm just sitting there yakking with him. Turned out he was the owner of the casino. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, and benching 460. Yeah, the coach loved you. You were his favorite. I got that. Clear a path. Clear a path, Kevin. Yeah. I would have been the fast cornerback that you plowed through like he wasn't even there. Oh, okay. My bad. I was lucky to be able to bench my own weight. And 130 pounds. I think the most I ever squatted was 200. I had good legs, no upper body. My second wife used to tell me she wanted a man with a chest. I didn't have one. I was fast, I was quick, but the smoking eventually took its toll, and I'm not fast anymore. I can get winded walking up a staircase. But I remember 6th grade, I took third in the all city track meet. Back then, we did 50-yard dash. Now, but in my day, you did the 50. Nice. I I dropped out of school, so I don't have any school friends anymore. I made a lot of friends in Vegas, but I don't have any friends from school. I did run into a guy that's from my old neighborhood when I was a child, but when I introduced myself and shook his hand and I told him my name, he got scared. And I told him I'm not like that anymore. I'm a nice guy. And he hasn't talked to me since. And he lives in the complex here. I was a little bit of a bad guy when I was young. You beat Max Unger? Wow. He was big. Didn't he weigh like 300 pounds? Oh, yeah, you're a tank, man. You're a tank. As a young adult, I used to go out and embarrass the piss out of big guys because I was fast, light. You don't need mental help. You're about as well balanced as they come, Kevin. Okay, and I say that with love. Your sense of humor, I think, keeps you sane. Okay. I remember one of my coworkers, bigger guy. We used to golf, and we're on the golf course one day, and he says he's telling me how in high school he was on a tennis team and all this, and I told him I never played tennis before in my life, but I know I can beat you. I went out and I bought 2 tennis rackets and a sleeve of balls. And we made an appointment to meet at a tennis court. I invited 20 other co-workers to watch me beat him. And I bet him $20. And we met at the tennis court. And he says, "You've never played before at all?" I said, "No, but I know I can beat you." I beat him and I jumped the net at the end like Jimmy Connors. He was pissed off. A good friend. I used to pick on him quite a bit, but he was a big guy. I think he was like 6'6", 250, 260. Big guy. And I went down to Radio Shack back in the day, and I bought a little wire with an alligator clip. And he had the Honda Accord had just come out. He had a brand new Honda Accord. I got into it and I went into his fuse box and I put the alligator clip on his horn and his brake. So every time he stepped on his brake, his horn went off. He was pissed off. Cost him $45 at the dealership because he drove the car in there to find out what the hell was going on. Yeah, that was one of my best practical jokes on him. Oh, he paid me back, believe me. We used to get kind of testy at work. It was funny. I sent him to look for the roulette wheel crank. That's a long-standing dealer joke. The roulette wheel, the only thing that spins it is the dealer. If you stop spinning it, it stops turning. He was a new dealer he hired in. He come over and he's talking to me, and I told him, go over to the pit, the back of the casino, and tell him you need the wheel crank. He walked back there to get the wheel crank. They sent him over to the other building. He goes over the other building. They sent him to the casino across the street. 4 casinos, and 6 hours later, he comes back realizing there's no such thing as a wheel crank. It was hilarious. I used to love picking on that guy. He could beat me at golf, though. He could smoke me. Guy could drop putts. I never seen anybody could putt as good as he could. Vegas had really fast greens because it's so hot, like Hawaii, right? Putting was not the strong suit of my game. Well, we're getting action on the poll today. That's a good thing. Yesterday's poll didn't get no hits at all. I'm getting better at doing the polls. I'm remembering to do them every day now. But I'll let this one go for another 15, 20 minutes. I used to do a lot of practical jokes on coworkers. I got bored in the casino, so I'd have to do something to have some fun. I'd go into buy $5 worth of candy, and then I would go and put it on the tables all around my friends. So when the dealer came to the table, they'd get a thing of candy, but my friends wouldn't. And they'd walk up to the boss and they'd say, how come all these other dealers got candy and I didn't get no candy? And the boss would tell them, nobody gets to eat candy. We're working here, right? I used to love to get him into shit with the boss. The bosses, I used to pick on them too. I used to tell the players on the roulette wheel that if you want the boss to buy you a buffet, you're supposed to toss one of your chips at him and hit him with it. If you hit him with a chip, he'll buy you a buffet. Man, Bear Pig. I liked Al Gore. I didn't vote for him in that election. I voted for Bush, right? But I liked Al Gore. I thought he was a personable guy. But I was a Republican. I voted the Republican ticket. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was something shady about that election. The whole hanging Chad thing going on in Florida there. In Vegas, if you were in the casino business, you needed to register Republican if you wanted to get promoted up into management. Back in the day, that's the way it worked. I don't know what it's like in the casino business now. But back in the day, if you wanted to get promoted onto a floor position or, some supervisory role, you had to be a Republican. There was just some shady shit going down with these hanging chads. I don't understand what it was, but when it goes to the Supreme Court, you're getting screwed. At least that's the way I've always felt about the Supreme Court. Out of touch with reality. But I'm not a Republican today. I used to be and vote Republican, straight ticket. Nowadays, I'm real picky, and I'm not voting for anyone that's previously held office. I want a brand new group of people in there. If they hold office, I'm voting against them. No more incumbents for me. They're dysfunctional. If they can't work together, they can't solve our problems. These guys have proven they can't work together. I mean, that's why all the airports are the way they are right now, is these guys can't work together. We all brand new people. Just clean house. Get new people in there. Maybe they'll be able to work together. You got to get along with everybody. That's what I talk about that. Tolerate your fellow human being. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like him. Just tolerate him. Bruce Kardashian. You mean Robert Kardashian? Kim's father? OJ's lawyer? He's the one that started it all. Oh, that's Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner, or Caitlyn Jenner now. There was some shady shit with him. Him. There was some shady shit that went down. You know about the traffic accident, right? He killed somebody when he was behind the wheel, and he did not get charged with a crime. He got off. They pushed it under the rug because he's rich. About the time that he got the breast augmentation, he was driving, got into a car crash. I believe he was drunk. Never charged with a crime. The person he hit died. They let him get away with it because he's rich. I'm sorry, that shit don't fly. You commit the crime, you got to do the time. I don't care how much money you got. Yeah, that went down. It happened, I swear to God. But yeah, Bruce was the stepfather. The original father was Robert Kardashian. He was OJ's lawyer and friend. After OJ got into trouble, Robert died. Then Bruce Jenner steps in as the stepfather. And what part of China were you in? A lot of rich people in America are getting away with a lot of crime in America. That shit needs to stop. These people need to be held accountable for their actions, in my opinion. Excuse me. I must need to smoke. Yeah, I was an OJ Simpson fan until he killed them people. When he was driving that white Bronco, he could have come to my house. I'd have hit him out. I didn't realize that he had killed those people. But I was an OJ Simpson. I was playing fantasy football back in those days. Aren't you still at work? I thought you were still at work, Kevin. But yeah, I think he did. I think he did have the surgery. Caitlin, I think the tool is gone. I don't know that for sure, but yeah. I had a guy ask me maybe 2 weeks ago, how many genders are there? I told him two, but apparently neither one is permanent. Good. Yeah, let's hope that dam don't burst, man. Let's just hope. I'm praying for you guys. Floods are not good. We used to get back in my day, back when the Vietnam War was going on, we used to get marijuana that was called Thai stick. Oh, that was some primo sativa, let me tell you. Back in the day. We used to get Thai stick, In those days, we were also getting Acapulco Gold. That's back in the day when we were smoking the leaves, didn't wait for the plant to bud up. Yeah. I know. It was just like that fire. They're sitting there with their cash and they want that land to get destroyed. I know they do. It's some sick shit. Private equity funds, right? They are not good for our society. A private equity fund bought my apartment complex and it's been going downhill ever since. I've been in here 3 years and they bought it as soon as they got here and it's just going down and down and down. They don't want to put any money back into the property. They don't want to fix it up. Private equity should not be allowed to buy real estate. And 2-year-olds are a joy. When my youngest graduated high school, I went to the graduation and his grandma on his mother's side was there. And I brought her in a bunch of 5x7 photos of him when he was 2 and 3 years old. When he was 2, he was sitting in the toy box, chin deep in toys. And the one from 3, he had the binky in his mouth, a lightsaber in his hand, and he was playing with a giant cardboard box. I brought those to his high school graduation, gave them to his grandma, and I said, when he introduces you to his friends, show him these. I used to pick on my boys quite a bit. Keep them straight, you know. I got nicer with the younger one. I was a little more crude with the older one. Yeah, I heard the Yakuza is getting real bad in Hawaii. They're still shooting people up, right? Yeah, that's not good. The Booyah tribe. I like that. It sounds good. Booyah. But yeah, these private equity firms, they are buying up. Well, right now they're buying up all the veterinary offices in an entire town, and then they jack up the prices by 75 or 100%. People love their pets just like they love their kids. The people pay the new prices. It's robbery. My friend Crumbelina took her cat into the vet. They just bought up all our veterinarian offices. She took her cat into the vet. The bill was $275. Yeah, the Bloods and Crips ain't going to make it. They're on their way out. But the Yakuza, they're doing some very shady shit. It's the protection racket all over again. Well, when private equity comes to Spokane, he can look for a big payday because they're paying good money, but they buy up every veterinarian office in the entire town. And then overnight, boom, raise all the prices. It's ridiculous. Private equity should not be buying real estate. In my opinion. But yeah, I'll look up the Booyah tribe tonight. Is Eminem really big there? Is he really being that helpful? He is a big deal in Michigan. I mean, a real big deal. He's a Lions fan. Well, the Bloods and the Crips are on their way out because they're being run from the prisons now. All their bosses are in the prisons. But I heard that the Yakuza go into a business and they tell them, it'd be nice if this place didn't burn down. Why don't you give us X amount of dollars and we'll keep you safe. And if you don't pay, they burn your business down. That's what I've been told anyways. All right, I'm going to end this poll. All right. 75% plan on voting. 25% do not. I think that's a good number. Maybe we're going to have more people vote in this year's election. Yeah. Well, it's the ultimate bait and switch, right? In the poll. You're allowed to be anything you want to be, Kevin. I love you no matter what, okay? You're a part of the family now. You've been adopted by a ghost. See what that'll get you at the bank. It's time to wind down the show. I want to thank all the guest stars today. Kevin Lyman, Sharon, Gino. Love all you guys. Thank you for starring in the show today. It went fast. The whole show went fast. It went quick. I appreciate all the viewers. I appreciate all the people in the chat. Like and subscribe if you can. Thank you for everyone that voted in the poll. I'm getting better at the polls. I remembered to start it and stop it. I'm on a roll. I think this is my 6th day in a row without missing the poll. Yay, Ghost. Afternoon chat Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of the show are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. They write the script. They set the agenda. It is their show. And that's why the show is free. There's no commercials, no upsales. Nothing's behind a paywall. Kevin, I love your sense of humor. Don't ever lose it, brother. It means the world to me. Brightens my day every time you jump in the room. And I think you made an impression on Din, too. Din Gino. I think you made an impression on him. Hey, that's all you can hope for, right? Making friends is the key to life. But I want to thank all the viewers. I want to thank all the people in the chat. I want to thank everybody. Today's show went fast. I'll try to get a good poll up tomorrow. 3 o'clock we'll be on. Yeah, my family was calling me Pops at breakfast this morning. Hey, I love everybody. And there's no charge. I urge all the viewers, find some joy in your life. The best way to find joy, love somebody. Get somebody to love you. Love creates joy, quality of life. It means that everything. It has great value and intrinsic value. You've got to be able to laugh. You've got to be able to smile. Killing people all over the planet. Don't let it eat you alive. It's not required. And all that stress doesn't build anything. There's nothing positive that comes from it. What's positive is getting people together, getting people to join a team together, working together, human collaboration. This is the secret of life, folks. Collaborate with other human beings. Learn to get along. You don't have to agree on everything. It's not required, ever. As long as you can tolerate your fellow man, you can work together with your fellow man. I tell the story about I was working in the casino, and a guy hired in and took the job, the promotion that I wanted to get. And when he found out that I could take his job at any instant, he did not like me. He tried to make my life miserable. He was a bit of an ass. Sometimes people are. You can't control other people, but you can control yourself. I worked for that asshole for about 3 months. He tried to make my life miserable, but I tolerated him. I did not leave that job until I was ready to leave the job. I couldn't quit. There was no way. I needed the paycheck. I needed to be on the job. I needed to find another job before I quit that one. Tolerate your fellow human being. Even if you dislike him, tolerate him. That's all you got to do. It's not hard. I know I'm working for the guy. He's standing behind me, looking me over, and I hear him back there bitching. Can't let it bother you. Don't let it eat a hole in your stomach. Tell yourself, he's just another asshole. Okay? Be good to one another. That's the secret and quality of life. Surround yourself with friends and family. When you get in stressful situations, deal with the stress. Talk it out. Counseling is a good thing. Asking for help is a good thing. And helping others makes you a great man. Don't ever forget that. Always take the time to help others. This is the key to getting into heaven, my opinion. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe, be happy, and I dare you, find somebody to love. Find some joy in life. See you tomorrow. Ghost out.